Hello, beautiful soul family. Welcome back to Enlightened Blissful Souls. Goddess Anny with you here energetically, sending you the highest form of love and of light your way. My beautiful friend, this reading, this channeled message, an intuitive message will be quite different. I feel like I haven't come across a topic like this one where we are channeling and tuning into your intimate, most sacred aspect of you, your sensual energy, essentially. I would like to channel in this reading a message or guidance or advice from your personal sexual energy, sensual energy, that energy that allows you to feel confident, secure, and that allows you to feel pleasure in life, and even with others. Because whether we want to accept this or not, intimacy is a very important aspect of a relationship, even intimacy with yourself. The connection with yourself, with your body. And so this is a topic and an area that I myself had to learn to ignite. I myself had to find myself in that way. So I thought, why not bring some guidance to the collective, to someone who maybe wishes to explore that area a little deeper with themselves, to someone that maybe doesn't know how they can connect deeper to their sensual, sexual energy. So I want to go ahead and dive into and see what comes up for you intuitively. I'm hoping to see what messages lay dormant, maybe things you're not fully aware of, maybe things in your subconscious mind on maybe why you may be holding back on fully expressing your sensual energy, on confidently stepping into that aspect of you without any shame, without holding back, feeling safe and secure in your body as a woman or a man if you're watching this. And that's what I would like to explore in this video a little deeper. So the way that this is going to go, we are going to be tapping into two different numbers, the number 1 and the number 2. Okay, so feel into the energy, see which number calls your attention the most, which one are you most drawn to. And of course, as I always like to say, if you're drawn to both numbers, that just means that there's additional insight and messages for you in the other reading. So I do recommend that you listen to both. This shall be exciting, informative, and hopefully helpful to help open you up more, like the radiant flower and being that you are, for you to open up that way of expression and of enjoyment, right? So let's go ahead and dive in. All right, my love, so I will see you in your reading. See ya. Hello, my beautiful pile number 1. Welcome to your divine reading. And your divine guidance in terms of your sensual energy. In this reading, in this channeled message, we are diving into your sacral chakra. And if you're not familiar with the chakras, your chakras are essentially energetic points in your body. There are 7 of them. Well, actually there's more than 7, but there's 7 main central points that we have in our bodies. And your sacral chakra specifically deals with your sexual energy, with your pleasure, okay, with your creativity, with your way of creating things, creating life. And your sacral chakra is actually located right here, right beneath your belly button, your navel. So as I tap into this beautiful, explosive, creative energy for you specifically, my friend, the first thing that's coming up when it comes to you feeling secure and safe in order to express yourself that openly in an intimate sexual way is you're someone that needs to feel secure and safe with the person or in the environment that they are in order to fully show up in the way that they want to. What I'm feeling with you is you're certainly someone who likes to be adventurous, you like to have fun, you like to explore and try new things. You are someone who can feel confident, who can be sexy and confident in this area. You are someone who likes to get freaky. You're someone who enjoys pleasure and having fun. However, for you, it's also about connection. For you, it's also about feeling safe with the individual that you're with and in the environment that you're in. You know what I mean? You have to know that you can be yourself. While there are people who can do certain activities anywhere or with anyone, and if that's the case, then that's fine for whoever. If it works for you, it works for you. But I feel like for you specifically, you need to feel and know that you're okay and that it is safe to be yourself without judgment. Because that's the other thing that I'm getting here, is that sometimes you worry too much about what that person could be feeling or thinking as you're being intimate. For example, let's say that you're in the act of being intimate with someone. Instead of focusing in your own pleasure, instead of you indulging more in the moment, you sometimes can more so focus on how that person's feeling and how they are looking at you, maybe how they are perceiving the moment, instead of just fully giving in. But again, that all goes back to feeling safe, because if you are with someone that's safe, you can kind of let go of those thoughts a little bit more. But I can see that you're someone who enjoys having fun. You enjoy just having a moment with someone like that. So I'm sensing here as well, in terms of your energy, what you need to do is you need to learn how to let go of what that person's thinking and what that person's feeling. You need to learn how to be more okay with you being the one to receive pleasure, with you being the one to just sit back and relax. And you might do that sometimes, but you often preoccupy yourself with like, how can I pleasure this person? How can I be good enough for this person? There's also something about like your body. Sometimes I think that you question if like you look good enough, or maybe there's an aspect or a part of your body that you don't quite like or find enjoyable. So then you worry if your partner or that person that you're being intimate with will also enjoy that part of your body. And it's like, I keep just hearing, it's all in your head. It's all in your head. Like, these interactions that you're having, these people that you're being with, I feel like truly do enjoy being intimate with you. It's more so in your head and the disconnect from yourself in that aspect. Okay, let me pull some of these cards for this. You know what I'm also hearing for you, pile number one? There's this need for you to explore more with your own body. There's this need for you to feel comfortable with yourself. There's this need for you to seduce yourself. Like, I'm even hearing like, take yourself out on a date. Flirt with yourself. You know how we often try to impress someone that we like? How we often try to be seductive for someone else or sexy for someone else. I'm hearing, do that for yourself. Seduce yourself, literally. Even if you are being intimate with yourself, don't just go straight into it with yourself. I mean, like, caress your body, caress your skin, explore, excite yourself, build up momentum with yourself, make love to yourself, is what I'm hearing. You could really learn to build up more confidence when it comes to that, or feeling more worthy of receiving pleasure if you do that. And it's not like I feel like I'm not trying to say that you feel unworthy of receiving pleasure. I feel like you want to receive pleasure. I feel like you are someone who's also considerate of like, okay, I also want to get pleasured. But I mean, like, just feeling more confident overall while you're having such experience. Although again, this really just comes back to the person that you're with. Like, it really depends on the individual. Your body relaxes more and releases more fluids, right? When you feel most confident, when you feel most safe. So it really, really, really for you depends on the person that you're being with. So this also, oh my God, I can't even like talk about this in a way. It makes me like, you know, this also leads me to say that you are someone that perhaps isn't made to be having casual sex, who isn't someone that can just have meaningless connections. You want meaning. You want there to be a connection. You want to know that person. You want to feel like there's something in order for your body to fully open up to receive the pleasure, right? So in terms of your sacral chakra, in terms of your this energy that is waiting to explode even at a bigger level, because I feel like you haven't reached your fullest potential. I feel like you're someone that maybe hasn't fully experienced a partner where they could truly open up without fear of being perceived, or how you look, or how you're performing, if you're doing well or not, or if they like it or not. Like, without any of that, it's first going to start with you, is what I keep hearing. I keep hearing that you first need to explore that with yourself without any shame or any worry. I hope that this is making sense and resonating. But it just feels like for you to find like that spot where you just feel confident, you can enter the room a lot more confidently and perform certain positions even more confidently. You need to first do that with yourself and feel fully comfortable when doing that with yourself. Like, maybe you're someone that self pleasures, and even in that you feel a bit intimidated. Even in that you feel a little like, oh, let me not look at myself while I do this. Let me not moan, or let me not make certain noises, or I don't know, like there's some sort of blockage, there's some sort of something in the way of you reaching your fullest expression when it comes to that. And I feel like it has to do with going back to you, with feeling back confident with yourself. Okay, yeah, see, so we have release ritual. So I'm saying here that there's something that you need to release in a way when it comes to that, like knowing how sexy you are, knowing how desirable you actually are. Okay, yeah, so that is the energy that I'm feeling for you, my beautiful friend, is certainly exploring yourself more. That is the advice. I feel like I should probably move so that we have more light. Okay, that is the energy that I'm feeling for you. Okay, sorry about that. Is exploring yourself and your body a little bit more. That will boost your confidence into another level. Learning to be comfortable with your own self and in your own skin will then allow you to feel more confident while being with someone else, is what I'm hearing. The last thing that I'm hearing for you, my beautiful friend, is not to be afraid to try new things, whether that is exploring with new objects or toys, or whether that is exploring with a new partner, or exploring new and different experiences when it comes to your intimacy. Don't be afraid of that. It's like, I'm hearing like, go for it, like jump at it, you know? So I feel like this journey for you will be one where you will be discovering yourself through this. All right, there's this sense of release and also acceptance of yourself, of your body, of how fine you actually are, and embodying more of that. Wow. Okay, my beautiful friend, I hope that you have found that somewhat helpful and insightful, or maybe like for that to have given you a different perspective and understanding of your connection to your sensuality, because it is important, and because you are worthy of indulging in pleasure without having to hold back, without feeling like you're feeling restricted. For you, it's all about safety. It's all about feeling comfortable. It's all about being assured, being with someone that makes you feel like you can be your true self. And again, if it's even with yourself, when you're indulging in self-pleasure, allowing yourself to open up without feeling cringy or weird or like you're not supposed to be doing that, because it's normal, it's part of life, and you are very much deserving and worthy and capable of all of that. Okay, my friend, thank you so much for joining me in today's reading, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah. See ya. Hello, my beautiful power number 2. Welcome to your divine reading, divine guidance from your sacral chakra, from your sensual and most intimate and pleasurable energy. Okay, my beautiful friend, we are going to dive right into your message, because with this message, I'm feeling quite a powerful and meaningful energy, okay? When it comes to your energy, in terms of your connection to your sensuality and to that part of you that is intimate, that can feel pleasure without feeling any type of shame or restriction or anything of that sort. For this collective, I am feeling like there's some sort of healing or cleansing that needs to happen energetically in terms of your sensual energy. If I'm being quite frank or quite honest with you, I feel like you're someone who could have experienced past partners who are not exactly the most loving when it comes to love making. Maybe you haven't fully experienced someone who was gentle and compassionate enough, right? That's not to say that you've never had anyone like that. Perhaps you have, but maybe not to the extremes to which you wish to experience that. I'm almost sensing something like maybe you are hopeful or wishful about like how your experience while being intimate should go. Maybe like you imagine it being like in the movies, like a romantic movie, right? Where somebody lights up candles and really takes their time to explore your body and listen to your needs and so on, right? Like maybe you have a certain fantasy in your head about how you would like to experience such intimacy, but it hasn't happened, or in some sort of way or form it hasn't come to be, is what this feels like. But on top of that, I feel like you could also have energetic ties to people, sexual energetic ties to people who are not exactly the most good. I feel like these are toxic, what do they call it, soul ties, right? I feel like you may have a soul tie with maybe past partners or a current one where I feel like you need to cut your ties. Like this is someone who transmitted sexual energy that was not exactly the most positive and the most uplifting. This could be someone who was toxic. Could be someone who self-sabotages. This could be someone who is more so, let's say, negative or has negative traits. And so, as you may know, when we are intimate with someone, we also exchange energy. It is it is the strongest form of energy exchange. And so I feel like you have exchanged energy with someone that isn't exactly positive for you, if that makes sense. What I'm feeling here is you could need time for yourself. You would actually benefit from spending time in solitude and celibacy. Honestly, I feel like your sexual energy, your sensual energy is calling for you to go into celibacy for some time, for you to go more inward and experience life for a moment. This is not to say that it's forever, without sex, specifically with partners. I just feel this need to get to know yourself or get to know another person without involving sex around it, right? And of course, being intimate and having sex is very important in all relationships, when it's romantic, of course. But sometimes spending time not making that the primary focus, or building a relationship around sex is also as important. You know what I mean? And perhaps you're someone who hasn't really experienced that. Sorry, spirit always tickles my nose. Perhaps you're maybe somebody who hasn't really built a relationship with someone or a connection with someone without it first being sexual, you know, without it first being about that. And so I feel like your sexual energy is sort of calling for like it's like you need to rebuild your connection with your sexuality in a way. Not your sexuality, your intimate force, your intimate energy. There's a need to look at things from a different perspective, I will say. I feel like you're someone that maybe hasn't been the most content in this area. Maybe you don't receive the most pleasure, or you find it hard to, you know what I'm hearing? To be completely honest with you, like you're someone that maybe doesn't always get to, and we don't always reach climax, but there's something about climax for you. Like, have you experienced real climax? Have you experienced a real intimate connection with someone? Or has it always been about them and how they are getting pleased instead of you? So I feel like there's clarity that's going to come in from that. I feel like there's this space and time that needs to happen where you go deeper into your celibate journey and into getting to know your body in a different way, getting to connect with others in a different, more intimate way that doesn't exactly involve that, at least for some time. Yeah, I'm definitely strongly sensing you are being called to go into a celibacy journey or a celibate journey. And let me tell you, as someone who has gone into a celibate journey, it is one like no other. There's so much that you can claim back for yourself. You can call back your power. You can focus on other things that you're trying to create or manifest in your life. There's so much more, and you also get to really like experience people in a different way, specifically if it's a partner, specifically if it's someone that you're into. So what I'm seeing with that is that you will be shown the way. You will be shown a different way of approaching this whole matter. I feel like you're going to be going through some sort of transition when it comes to your intimate relationships and when it comes to being physical with others. Okay, let's see here. What else is there for pile number 2, please? I feel like you could have already, we have 9 of Cups with the Lovers. Interesting. Yeah, see, but we have the 7 of Swords. I feel like you could be having a feeling about this. Like maybe you've been like, you know what? I need to heal some past sexual energy. You know what I mean? I don't know why for some of you, if I'm being quite honest, I'm also feeling like, and I hope that this is not the case, but I also feel like there could have been some intimate connections that you had where they were completely unpleasant, like where you almost didn't even want to, but you just did it because you had to, or like it was in the moment, you know? So there's some sort of healing that needs to happen with yourself, your body in this area, okay? There's some healing and some releasing that needs to happen, because what I'm seeing here is if you spend this time looking at sex as a sacral act, I'm sorry, I can't even speak. See, it's like I feel weird talking about this in this energy. Like I feel some shame around it. So perhaps that's how you have felt in some instances. And so there's this need to step away from that for a little while. Even if you're used to it, even if it's like, oh, but I don't want to step away from it. Perhaps you need that so that you can have a different outlook on it. And you know what I'm also saying? I'm saying like after you spending some time doing that, you will come out of this feeling so much more connected to yourself, feeling so much more confident and ready to explore new things in terms of that, ready to take on new experiences confidently. Wow. There's also here a message about like a woman figure having an impact on that. So this could be like your a parent, your mother, or a woman, or something of that sort that could have an impact. Maybe it's an old partner that has an impact in this, where they affected the way that you feel connected to others. Like maybe you were with a partner that never really made you feel confident. Maybe you were with a partner that never really made you feel good about your body and yourself, and now that lingers on. So there's some healing that you need to do around that, right? That's sort of the energy that I'm feeling here. So go on a journey of self-exploration in a different way for some time and see what happens. Maybe you can first go out, do that for 2 months, and then see how you feel, right? Okay. Okay, so we have the month of August here as of significance. So it could be that in the month of August something happened if it's in the past, and if it's in the future, I feel like the month of August could be of significant coming up. Wow. All right, my beautiful friend, I think that is all that I have for you. This is a time for you to really think about and consider what you want out of your intimate, physical, sexual life. Like, have you even thought about that before? What do you want that to look like? How do you want to experience intimacy and pleasure? And how can you give yourself that? Right? So take some time to reflect on that. All right, my beautiful friend. Wow. Okay. This reading was certainly different. I hope that it's helpful. I hope that it's able to bring some sort of different outlook into you building a stronger connection and way of feeling when it comes to you being intimate. All right, my beautiful friend. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you in the next reading or video. Bye.